Test, test. Hello and welcome to Edward Mowers Field for your Wittenberg Tigers playing the DePauw Tigers. An NCAC matchup that has big intentions in the standings for the conference tournament. Your 6th place, 3-6-5 Wittenberg Tigers are playing against the 8-2-4 3rd place DePauw Tigers. Starting lineups for tonight, for the DePauw Tigers, we have Aubrey MP, a freshman, Sadie Gibson, a sophomore, another sophomore, Jayla Logan, a senior, Annalise Grammel, a junior, Sydney Callisto, a sophomore, Liv Illers, a freshman, Sarah Jacoby, a sophomore, Macy Happy, a senior, Whitney Wells, a freshman, Ava Lynch, and a senior, Leanne Dawson. And for your Tigers, similar starting lineup from last game, as sophomore Elizabeth Weil will be starting center back. Ava Ote will be starting at wing. Hannah Hield on the other wing. Also, we have up top is Alex Hill. In the center mid, we have Leah Rochetta. And the game is underway. Ball starting off, and it's intercepted by Rochetta into Hield. It'll be a Wittenberg throw. Caperna take the throw into Hill. A good turn, and Hield will set the ball back. Kaiser will win the tackle and play it over to Rochetta. Rochetta looking for a pass here. Drops back to Lyndon Green, and won by DePauw. Dawson playing over to DePauw moving the ball around well down the wing. Here comes the ball in. And Annabelle Bloom will hit it out for a corner. DePauw's first corner of the night. And the cross coming in, punched away by Winkle, and cleared out by Hill. DePauw will regain possession, and they will drop back, swinging it around here. And cleared out by Caperna. One again by DePauw, turn. So they'll drop it back. DePauw still has possession here. Switch it over, and one by Rochetta again. Kaiser plays the ball through, down the line. There goes Odie into the box, and sent out by DePauw for a throw-in for the Tigers. Taking the throw is Lindgren into Hield. Odie with the cross, and the DePauw keeper will get it in her grasp. Pumped by DePauw, 50-50 ball, flicked on, and one in the midfield again. Swinged out wide, and a switch here as they're in the attacking third again for the second time early in this game. Brooke Moles puts in a tackle, and Weil will send it out. Hield holding it up and loses possession as DePauw will reset again. They keep moving around the back, trying to open up the defense here. There's a nice turn. They keep just moving around the back. And a long ball up top will be intercepted by Caperna. A bad pass back, and it's intercepted. And, oh, what a save by Winkle as Caperna sends it out for a throw-in, but a one-on-one chance early there for DePauw as Lily Winkle will make the save and send it out, the freshman goalkeeper. DePauw wins it again, and they're swinging it around the midfield. Here's the switch. Top of the box. And a shot by number 16. It's flicked on and caught by Winkle.
Alrighty, and good evening, Springfield. We finally got it situated, and we are back. We'd like to welcome you all into the Tiger Sports Network, and we've got a fun matchup underway between the Battle of the Tigers visiting DePauw University and Wittenberg taking it over. Max, I know you've started on this broadcast. How's the game looking so far?
DePauw has been pretty steady, moving around the back, trying to open up our Wittenberg Tigers, but nothing going too early. Just 2 shots on target, and it looks like Wittenberg's getting settled in the game now, winning the ball a little more. As DePauw wins it again and plays a through ball, but won by Annabelle. A lot going back and forth as Mullis will finally get possession. Drop it back there to Caperna. DePauw wins it right back, though, as they are back in the attacking third. They play through the midfield, playing it back out wide. Number 23 gets the ball. Wild goes in for a tackle and wins. Plays it up to Heald, and Tigers are on the attack, and they drop back and reset. Blum gets the ball. Plays it out wide to Lindgreen. Lindgreen puts on a move. And another move, and will in the 50-50, and it goes out for a DePauw throw-in.
Yeah, it really feels like DePauw's doing a good job of keeping control and keeping this ball on their attacking half of the field right now, and really trying to give themselves a good opportunity early on to strike first, throw that first punch.
Yeah, that's exactly. They're putting up the press also on the wings. They're trying to keep them from getting up to Heald and Kaiser in the midfield and forward. And it's really slowing us down, but they're also leaving it open for Odie and Hill to make runs down the wing, and happened first 5 minutes in the game, but Odie was in on goal. So, I mean, the press is working out, but it is leaving gaps, so we'll see how that affects the game later.
Yeah, and we know those two for sure can run. They have a lot of pace and a lot of speed on that outside and can prove to be difficult if Wittenberg's able to get a good counter off this press.
Yeah, they've been terrorizing defense all season. I mean, right now the Wittenberg Tigers, they're hot, scoring 5 in their last 2 games. They had 3 against Kenyon, 2 against Ohio Wesleyan, beat the first place team in the conference last game.
Yeah, big momentum turner for them in their season, and looking to continue that success here as we starting to get into the late October, early November play, the heart of this NCAC season. Looking to carry it over against DePauw here tonight.
Getting down to the last 2 weeks when everything happens as Brooke wins it and sends it up. Roquetta to clear it. DePauw wins it back, but Hill settles it down finally, and they'll send it back to DePauw in the defensive. And Heald wins. It's just a lot of back and forth, not really settled into the game yet. A lot of kickball. And DePauw finally gets it and settles down, but actually Hill capitalized on the mistake, and right back to the Tigers. Yeah, but I mean, coming down the last 2 weeks, anyone in the conference can make it in. DePauw right now is still undefeated. They have 2 ties in the conference, though. So they're only 1 point ahead of the Tigers, and it's 3 spots in between them. So it's literally anyone's game.
Yeah, so this is a very big game tonight for both teams. DePauw looking like they want to come out of here very aggressive to start this one out. Wittenberg playing into that aggression so far and doing a good job of negating all of it so far. But like you said, there's those gaps that Wittenberg can take advantage of. So far, haven't been able to make DePauw pay for it, but they've shown the opportunity is there. But DePauw continues to push the ball downfield.
a bad touch for a Wittenberg throw, but also you can tell that DePauw is getting kind of frustrated trying to play down the wings. I mean, I played men's soccer. I was at DePauw last week. I know their field's a lot wider than ours, so maybe their game plan isn't working as well, trying to play down the side. As Hannah Heald gets the ball, puts a turn on her, and there goes Ava into the box, and DePauw will clean it up for a throw-in.
But we'll see what Wittenberg has to offer. Kind of the first time they're able to settle down and get a nice looking set here on their attacking side. We'll see what they draw up here.
Lindgren into Heald as she holds up on the outside of the box, and it'll go out for another Wittenberg Tigers throw-in. Throw into Heald again, and DePauw sends it out for another throw-in. Maybe they'll look for a different look here. As they will not, it goes into Hannah. Hannah Heald, she has her defender on her back. Played into Odie, the cross. Alex Hill with the header, and it's a goal. Alex Hill with the header. Took a funny bounce on the goalie and gets in for a goal in the 9th minute for the Tigers. 1-0 early, as that is big implications now for the conference. That puts them in the top 4.
What a play to start with. Third time was the charm, it seemed, on that throw-in. Finally got the throw-in and settled in. Hannah Heald was able to win it. Boxing out the defender, was able to find Odie, and Odie sends a beautiful ball across the net, and it kind of just floated. The head, I think it caught the goalkeeper off guard. I think she was expecting something much harder, and it kind of came off the head a little bit softer and kind of rolled and took an awkward rotation, and it was able to sneak right over the line. It was very suspenseful. It was one of those things that felt like it took way longer than it should have. It kind of just sat there until finally it was able to roll in, but a huge goal to start this one off, especially since we've talked about a lot of how aggressive DePauw has been. They really felt like they wanted to be the one to throw that first punch, and Wittenberg off their first kind of set where they were able to control the ball on their attacking side, were able to get a big goal. So big start for the Tigers of Wittenberg, going up 1-0.
And the Tiger battle, of course.
The Tiger battle. It's a big battle, and of course it comes down. Big NCAC implications, big bragging rights. Just all around, this game has everything you could want if you're an athlete here.
Great one-on-one defense there by Caperna. Get her outside the box, and a foul called. Wittenberg free kick right outside their box, their defensive box, my bad. But also, JJ, I mean, we just talked about it 2 minutes before that. The press was up, and they found Hannah Heald turn, found Odie down the line. That caused the throw-ins. I mean, they're finding the space early. They just have to roll with the punches that DePauw is bringing. They're very good offensively, and they have 8 wins this season. It really shows. Only 2 losses. I mean, this would be a really big win if we get the job done now. Up 1-0 early, it looks pretty good. Hopefully they can get another one for half.
Yeah, looking very solid. They're able to withstand that pressure so far from DePauw, and like we said, they're able to turn it in and kind of use those weak points, pushed up the sideline, got those throw-ins, and just stayed consistent with what they wanted, and finally were able to open up that opportunity for themselves, and they netted the first goal. But, you know, this is a long game. There's still a lot of soccer to be played, and with this aggressive and talented DePauw team, this Wittenberg, they're going to have to keep their heads on. Yes, they got that first goal. It's very important, but 1-0 this early on, you know, it's still very, very much in play for DePauw. You have not won anything yet, so you got to keep your head on, keep pushing, just stay smooth, stay trusting what you plan, trust your game plan, what Wittenberg has done here in the first 12, 13 minutes, and I think everything will play out the way Wittenberg wants it to.
And that's a good tackle there by Roquetta to stop the attack. The outside back started making a run there for DePauw. They're getting everyone involved in the attack, it looks like. I mean, they're in a 4-3-3, so very common formation in college soccer, and they're using it to perfection right now. Just need to get more quality chances in the box for sure. And that will go out for DePauw throw-in around the 25-yard line. Looking to get into the attacking third here. Ball comes to the top of the box, dancing with it, finds number 16, and a tackle, and a great tackle by Roquetta. One all ball there, sliding at the top of the box, dangerous, but she's been great all year with tackles like that. And here's a shot, and Winkle's there to clean it up. I mean, what a tackle there by Roqueta to stop a goal-scoring opportunity and cause a farther out shot, which not quality look. I mean, shots are shots always, but you want to get in that 6-yard box. You want to get those crosses in where all the mess is created. Get those open shots that everyone works for doing. Oh, sorry, Oda plays Kaiser there, and here comes Hill. One-on-one with the center back, and oh, what a tackle.
Yeah, we've kind of talked about it. This defense so far from Wittenberg has done a good job, and it's going to be a big test. They lost one of their best defenders in Andy Meek, so going down, you're going to need some players to step up, and so far this defensive backline has done a good job of stepping up to that challenge. Next man up mentality. This Wittenberg team is very deep, and they've shown it. They've got a lot of good young players that have gained a lot of experience through the season, and we're able to see that so far. And this is going to be, I think, the biggest test. We've talked about how good and offensively this DePauw team is, so it's going to be a big test for this Wittenberg back line. And so far, first 15 minutes of the game, they've done a good job of withstanding and holding up to that.
Yeah, they're also, it seems like they're dropping in Mullis and Roqueta more to help with the youngness back there with Bloom and Weil. Weil's been there all season. Bloom's really stepped up. I mean, Andy Meeks was first team all conference last year. It's a big loss, but they've stepped up. They've won and gotten a tie since she's been gone. They've been doing it. So, and Brooke Mullis wins that top of the box, and it's sent out by DePauw. Caperna with a nice little move and keeps the ball, and they send it back and resets. Bloom with a bad touch, and Lindgren is there to clean it up. Sends it upfield, and Roqueta will settle the game down a little bit here. Plays into Kaiser. Kaiser with loads of space. With a little back heel there to Roqueta. The girls are breaking out the foot skills tonight. Looking good. Here comes Heald. Gets bodied off the ball, and DePauw will get it back.
Yeah, DePauw so far is doing a really good job of being physical early on and using that physicality to their advantage. Especially we saw it a couple times there before that Wittenberg goal on those throw-ins. That's what really made it hard. Hannah Heald was trying to box out that defender, but the physicality, it was really proven to be difficult and making it tough on Hannah to get it in.
I also noticed how they're playing kind of when we're in the attack. Number 29, Ava Lynch, and the other center back, can't see their number right now, but they're playing kind of staggered. They're dropping in the line a lot. I think the speed is a big factor that DePauw has noticed. They've definitely done their research with Odie and Hill going down the line, so they got beat a couple times already on it. They're really dropping in as Lindgren wins the ball there at the top of the box. Bring it up the field, and Heald in a 50-50 battle, and it will be dropped back into DePauw once again. See, there it is again, dropping it in to number 19. She's at least 15 yards back behind the play. It could be also another thing to start their offense. A lot of space, just resets, gets their shape back, but as it goes out for a DePauw throw-in, but their tactics are a little, with the 4-3-3, they're kind of dropping in a defender really deep, maybe to have recovery for the goalie and everyone to get back in time to stop those, Odie down the line, Hill, they're fastest players in the NCAC, some would say. It's tough. It's a tough team to guard. As Mullis fighting off here, we'll find Odie out wide.
Yeah, it's been really fun to kind of watch this Wittenberg team throughout the season find their identity. They got off to a slow start. They didn't start the way they wanted to, but what's been really fun is to see their growth and maturity with a lot of these young players, new faces in the rotation, having to replace some names from last year, and, just to watch the team find their rhythm and find their groove, kind of get into what they wanted to do, and now we're getting to see it pay off for them, putting themselves right in the midst of potentially earning that NCAC tournament berth to end the season. And here comes that speech from Alex Hill, but, it's been really fun to watch the growth of this team, and now we're getting to see it. Even in this game, we saw, they were able to feel out this DePauw team. It was probably a big mindset factor going in against a tough team like this, just kind of feel them out to start. But as this Wittenberg team has gotten comfortable throughout this game, they look like they're really taking control right now throughout the field.
Yeah, I can't agree more, but you know what happens? You get in that top four in the next 2 weeks. We saw what happened 2 years ago. We went to the NCAA tournament, so, anyone can win it. This conference is margins. It's inches, some would say.
Yeah.
It really is.
And the biggest thing, you just got to win one day at a time. Win a practice, win a game, win what possession of this game. You can't get it all back, get it all right now. So just keep moving forward, and that's what this Wittenberg team is doing, and that's what they're doing here tonight. Even after the kind of, maybe some would say, a slowish start. DePauw was getting really aggressive, getting into them early. They stayed true to what they wanted to do, and it paid off.
And Alex Hill wins the ball. Kaiser player out wide, but I think we found someone that matched Alex Hill's speed right there. Number 6, Sadie Gibson. Their outside back. She keeps getting into the attack also. She's playing more of like a wing back role, and here she comes again, coming up the wing, crosses it in, and Winkle will be there to clean it up. Another person who's really stepped up this year is the freshman for sure for this team. I mean, they're a good core group. Winkle and net, Odie on the wide, and also coming off the bench, Rachel Spencer. She's been a big key part for them this year. I mean, the future does look bright, and if they can get some experience in the tournament this year, it could really help them coming up in the next 2 to 3 years. I mean,
yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, yeah,
she's got a good group.
She's got a very good group, and what's been fun to watch is this team is very deep. We'll see almost complete line subs coming in throughout their games. We'll see, 5, 6 subs a half, substituting everyone in and out, and it's been really fun because this second group, and even, they change lineups throughout. It never drops, and it's been really fun to watch and let them build that experience too. So these games in October, it's going to be huge going forward to kind of build that experience for these younger players, and so far they've done a really good job of stepping up to the plate.
And a throw in deep for the Wittenberg Tigers could have been a corner. I think it went out for a throw. Yeah, the ref said throw.
Yeah, it was throws really close. It just grazed. It almost went over the middle of that.
I think our angle
corner,
here,
yeah.
I think it was a corner.
A little bit skewered there.
She's on the field, so we'll go the referee's got it. And staying in, Alex Hill holding up very strong. It's still on the corner. It stayed in, and a pass here to Heald. Gets by the defender. The shot. Oh, and it's cleared out off the line by the DePauw outside back. That was Ehlers. Yeah. Yeah, Ehlers. And the ball here to Hill on the wing. It will go out for a corner.
Yeah, but like you talked about earlier, Sadie Gibson and Alex Hill, that's been a really fun battle to watch there on that far side. They just battled it out for a good minute and a half there in that corner between the last couple of throw-ins, and it's been very fun to watch. So far, Wittenberg still regaining possession, and a big corner opportunity here with Brooke Mullis coming in to take it away for the Tigers. We'll see. Big opportunity now to try to stretch their lead with 24 minutes remaining here in half number 1.
They scored off a corner last game. Let's see if they can do it again. That's a good cross in, and goalie dropped it, and DePauw will fall on it. It was a good cross there into the 6. Goalie made a good read on it, though. They scored the last 2 games on corners, actually, as last game, Caperna had that shot from outside the box, and after the game before against Kenyon, we had a nice header goal from Paige Kaiser. So, I mean, set pieces has been a big vocal point the last couple of games for us, as they get the ball down the line. The DePauw Tigers on the attack, coming to the top of the box. Plays it through, and Weil there to clean it up again for a DePauw throw. Weil's been solid here in the first 20 minutes of the game. And we got some subs for DePauw coming in. 2 subs, 3 subs. Well, we got 1. Gibson coming off.
So we'll see now with Gibson exiting this game if Alex Hill can find some space on that far side of the field. It's been a fun battle like we just talked about between those two.
It looks like number 27, Ashley Green, checked in for her. 2 more subs getting ready to come in for DePauw as DePauw gets the ball moving around the back here, around the 30-yard line. Good move there. And a cross in, blocked by Roquetta. Cleared out by Hill, and DePauw will reset again. Good pressure there by Ava Odie.
Yeah, these subs could potentially be a big point here in this first half. We talked about Wittenberg kind of bringing in a lot of subs, but DePauw started out here early. It's hand to Heald now in open field, a one-on-one opportunity here. She's trying to find some space, get to the middle of the field. It's a good kick. Oh, and it's just left.
Good shot there on the left. She brought it over, made the move, got the center back off balance, but just couldn't wrap enough around it. Just wide. That was a good chance there again. I mean, the last 15 minutes now, we've seemed to be on the attack more. We're getting the better quality looks as 13 and number 14 come in.
So Ellie Mahan and Peyton Howard, maybe some fresh legs to try to keep up with this Wittenberg speed right now.
Yeah, fresh in the midfield. Oh, and one again by DePauw. Good battle there. And given right back as Mullis wins it and then loses it. No foul call, though. Ref waved it off there. Looked a little soft for it. Good tackle there, though, by DePauw center mid, number 30. Ava Lynn. No, that's Lene Dawson. Good turn there by DePauw. They're still working through the midfield. The press is still on as Hill and Mullis force a turnover. Mullis wins the ball, does a move, plays it back to Caperna. In the heel. And you see it again. I mean, the center back is just 20 yards behind the play. It's just leaving a lot of gaps for runs to come in, but we're sticking to our game plan, playing the hold up, looking for the late runs after going to Hannah Heald. She's very well at hold up play. As she has been. She got the ball probably 10 times already in this half, and she just holds it up and doesn't lose it.
Yeah,
and a cross comes in, and it's a goal, an equalizer there. As a header by number 14 was saved by Winkle off the post, and it rolls in.
So Peyton Howard, the sub, just subbed into that game.
That could have been her first touch.
Massive impact, right entered into the game. So subs, big piece for DePauw there. They finally get their opportunity, and they're able to capitalize on it and even this game up at 1 apiece.
Seemed against the run of play a little bit as Wittenberg was knocking on the door again. As 2 subs come in now. So we're tied up 1-1. Captain number 29, Emma Lindsay, comes in. And number 11, junior Abby Sfar. So, just like that, we're tied again. 14. As a little hospital ball in the back, Weil loses possession as DePauw in the midfield again. They go on the counter, but Caperna will win it. Send it upfield. After giving up that goal, you need to remain calm, stay settled in the game, as you can't lose your head here, or they'll turn on you. They've been doing this all year. They have 8 wins, and they've been 4 ties, 12 results in 14 games, which is very hard to do, even in any level in college soccer. Everyone's just so good. It's just consistent results are very tough thing to do. As DePauw's working up again. And one there by Odie. Right back to DePauw, though, as Caperna going on her, and through ball goes out of bounds. Wittenberg throw.
Yeah, I think those subs are going to play a big role in this back line. I think bringing in Emma Lindsay and Abby Sfar, especially Abby Sfar, a very fun player to watch in the middle of the field. She kind of does a lot of that dirty work, a lot of those physical jump balls, 50-50 balls. She's going to put her body on the line for those plays, so we'll see if she can make an impact just as these DePauw subs have. But we are just under 20 minutes remaining here, tied up at 1 apiece. If you're just tuning in, we'd like to welcome you all into the Tiger Sport Network for this very fun and entertaining competitive NCAC North Coast Athletic Conference matchup. A big game here in late October between the Wittenberg University Tigers and then the visiting DePauw Tigers. Wittenberg was able to strike first, but DePauw just answered back.
And they're in again, number 9, playing it out wide. Right at the top of the box, a shot, and Winkle is there to catch. Shot there by number 21, Ellie Lewis. As DePauw looks like they're really shooting outside the box. They're really not getting in the box. Our defense is playing very well. The one time they did get in, it's a goal. So, I mean, that seems like where the goals are coming tonight. 2 header goals already, so... Here comes Emma Lindsay. Oh, and a through ball just a little long there as the goalie, Aubrey MP. She has a couple saves already. I'd say 2 or 3 maybe, a couple catches. But she got that awkward save that trickled in earlier. But
yeah, so very impressive. I'm not sure if she's kind of been that starting goalkeeper for this DePauw team, but only a freshman so far to be on this to be the head of this successful of a team going forward. It's got to be a very exciting piece if you're head coach Kristen Allen of this DePauw team.
Yeah, young core, both teams, young cores. I don't think Wittenberg had any seniors start tonight, and maybe only 2 for DePauw. These girls are going to be playing each other.
It's going to be a very fun couple of years of battles between these two teams.
As Brooke Mullis wins it in the midfield, and a 50-50 DePauw will win it back. And a through ball there by number 13 as Weil has it covered. She'll shield to Winkle. As Winkle gets the ball. Taking their time here with 17 minutes remaining in the half. A pump from Winkle. Coming in, held up by Odie. Gets a nice turn. Gets the ball into Kaiser. Kaiser in a 50-50 will lose it and wins the second one, though. Hannah Heald backing off and will go out for a DePauw throw-in.
Once again, I feel like this physicality from DePauw is doing a really good job. It's really getting to this Wittenberg team a little bit. We saw it here on the close side. They were just constantly battling for those 50-50s, getting into the Wittenberg there, and it proved to be lethal as DePauw will take possession from it. But DePauw really feels like they're kind of putting their foot back on the gas pedal here in the last 15 minutes. Really getting back into that aggressive nature, fighting for a lot of these balls they weren't fighting for when Wittenberg was able to take control of it there, and really getting back to controlling possession and keeping the ball on their attacking side. But Wittenberg able to prevail here and get a throw in.
Yeah, you can't get more than 2 touches before getting hit in the back by a defender. I mean, DePauw is very physical, and Witt's attack, when they lose the ball, they're just right on it right away, forcing them to return the ball. Return possession back over, which both teams are kind of doing very well. As Lindgreen's ball goes through and they send it back again as Annabelle wins it. Over the top, a little kickball action coming again. And it goes over the top for number 9 running down the wing. Callisto in the box. Has a shot and Winkle saves. Rebound blocked again off the line there by Weil. A goal line clearance there to save it. Saved a goal.
So Elizabeth Weil, you brought it up earlier. She's been playing very solid today. He comes up as a hero here to keep this game tied at 1 apiece. But once again, really feel like DePauw's, threatening to put another one on the board. They've really got a lot of momentum, and it really feels like they took back that energy back to their sideline. And now Wittenberg on their heels going to have to defend a big corner opportunity for DePauw.
The corner comes in. 13 gets a foot on it, and it's sent out there by guess who again? Weil. As Farr will get there down the sideline. Send it upfield, and DePauw will reset again. One there by Lindgreen. As Farr will get it under control and play it out to Caperna. Lindsay on the line, coming to get the ball. Will do a nice hold-up play, but loses possession as DePauw on the counter. Number 18 out wide, and a heavy touch there, and Weil will intercept. The ball's still in as Heel gets there. Looked like a clearance that the ball just stayed on the line there. Kaiser will turn. And Lindgreen will get to that ball, but it will go out for a DePauw throw-in. Fans not happy with that call, but I think it was the correct one.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but a good job of Wittenberg. I do like them fighting for that ball there and trying to prove there's a lot of space on open field. We talked about it with how aggressive DePauw's been playing. That counter attack has been available to them, a lot of space down the field, and they had the opportunity, just unable to keep it in bounds and in play. But now they'll be able to take possession here. DePauw will be able to set up a little bit on the defensive side. So a throw into Odie.
50-50 ball is, there goes Svar winning. He'll a good hold-up play. Takes a couple touches with defender on. Odie will win it and gives it back to DePauw. DePauw will reset again. They're moving it around the back, keeping the ball, trying to get the press to die down a little bit. And they find a hole in the midfield, and here they go.
Yeah, DePauw seems to be really getting into the rhythm now, just really attacking all these passing lanes, a lot of clean, crisp passes, finding these open areas, and just really catching this Wittenberg team out of rotation a little bit.
The switch balls also.
Yeah, they're just jumping onto these balls, some of these loose balls that maybe Wittenberg was winning earlier on, but now DePauw really seems to flip a switch. I don't know, but once again, they just, living with sending some of these balls towards target rather than trying to get that ball inside the box, like you said.
And they're playing out the back. Wittenberg's been doing that all year, and Weil has a turnover. And the shot by the goal scorer, number 9, or she doesn't score.
Sydney Callisto,
she should have scored.
Yeah, she's been a big piece to this attacking front. She seems to be one of the main
quality shots. So she's given best shots that haven't been goals. I mean, Winkle has made some great saves here in the first half. A little miscommunication as DePauw will win the ball back in the midfield, and they reset again.
Once again, it seems like this Wittenberg team just scrambling a little bit right now. I think they need, just one good clear, something along the lines just to be able to set themselves back into their rhythm and rotation of where they want to be, because right now DePauw is just moving very quick and moving around, getting into these lanes that Wittenberg's struggling to rotate back into. So they'll get the possession back. We'll see if they're able to hang on to it here. But once again, this DePauw team is just hounding any ball handlers right now for this Wittenberg team.
Every touch, if it's back, the striker comes in. If it's forward, the defender comes in. Everyone wants the ball back. And a great tackle there from Weil. And the ball will go out for a Witt throw-in.
Yeah, like you said, they're just meeting the ball, meeting this ball no matter where it goes. Wittenberg is kind of falling a little passive, waiting for that ball to come to them, and DePauw has been able to take advantage of that and really regain this possession battle in the last 10 or so minutes. DePauw has really done a good job of controlling that because of it.
And it looks like there's an injury for DePauw. And that is Castillo, but looks like she just got the wind knocked out of her in that tackle as well.
Yeah, we've talked about it. It's been a very physical game so far between both teams.
DePauw started off right away, getting in the defenders' backs, getting into 50-50s, and it seems like Wittenberg's defense, after giving that goal, is kind of a wake-up call.
But that's what you expect.
Really
this is an October North Coast Athletic Conference game between two teams fighting for a tourney spot. This is exactly what you expect, and I like that they're letting them play a little bit. This is what you want. This is what you signed up for. These are the days when you look back at some of those hard practices. These are the games that really pay off for it if you come out on the winning side.
And then Castillo actually came off for number 13, Ellie Mahan. So looked like she just got the wind knocked out of her. Only 10 minutes left in the half. She'll for sure be back second half. She's been a nuisance on the side for them. So, and Svar wins the ball there at the top of the box, sends it out. Another reset. Looks like the press is on as Paige Kaiser going at the center back. And there goes Emma Lindsay winning it, and right back to DePauw, though. You see maybe a little press of our own. Maybe get DePauw to move the ball a little quicker.
Just speed them up a little bit, because right now they've been able to kind of take their time and methodically work their way up field at their pace. But, I like the idea of ramping up the aggression a little bit, bring in some subs. I really like this, ramp up the aggression, speed up this DePauw team, because I think when you're able to do that, that's where you found success. That's when you're able to get the ball, get into those counterattacks, which ultimately led to the goal number 1 from Wittenberg. But right now, DePauw's been able to settle back into their pace and their rhythm and really just control the speed of the game. So Wittenberg, I think, trying to disrupt that a little bit with some subs, a little bit of change of aggression on their own side. And
the sub that just came in, Ashley Green, winning the ball there as her and Rachel Spencer checked in.
Yeah, Rachel Spencer, she's been a big piece to this team. She plays a lot of minutes. So, I'm surprised with how much this Katie Robinson has opted to sub these last couple of games, and what we've seen, kind of her tendencies to let this starting lineup go for as long as she did. It's not that, matter of fact, they didn't do wrong or do anything bad. It's just, the way this rotation has been, they love to keep fresh legs, and now I feel like DePauw's brought in some of their subs, and they've been able to take advantage of that. They look like they're the team with fresh legs right now, speeding up the play.
Both teams play high-tempo press, so you got to keep the fresh legs in there. If you can't go, then there's 20 girls on the bench that can also do the job, and they've shown. Both teams have shown this year, and also in this game.
Yeah.
It's just everyone's doing their job. The level has not dropped at all. Everyone has been playing very well so far.
Immediately we saw, the subs, Emma Lindsay and Rachel Spencer right there, pressuring and getting the ball, getting possession. They were able to get the ball back on their attacking side now, force a throw in after a little bit of rush of play.
Up there, Abby Smart forcing her to dribble out of bounds. Just everyone on the bench doing their job. As Spencer gets the ball here, her first touch. We'll play it back to Caperna, and Spencer will drop it back there. We'll reset now. Now Wittenberg's got the possession. Maybe looking to get something going here in the last 8 minutes. Maybe get another goal for half. Go into the half with the leads. Big part of winning games.
And I think it'd be a big confidence booster to either side, which it's really felt like it's just been like any other sports, a game of runs. It's a game of possession, game of momentum, and so far this game has been everything we expected it to be. Back and forth game between two teams playing at a very high level. And
a shot by Mullis goes wide, but good effort there. I mean, nothing looked on there. You're in a good shooting area, 25 out. Have a go.
She's got the power for it. She's got the precision for it. So
distance. Last year, a couple free kicks from distance. She has a goal or two this year, I'm fairly certain. And she's one of those players in the midfield that's solid. You don't really see her come out much. She's kind of the backbone of the midfield.
Yeah, she's very fun to watch all around. Just a very good player. As now we see Wittenberg aggression forcing DePauw kick out of bounds there. But, Brooke Mueller, she'll play both sides of the field. She's able to do it all and do it at a very high level.
A good turn there by Spencer. Playing the green, trying to look for Lindsay in the box there. Gets intercepted. It was a good look, though. Got to gamble a little bit to get in there.
Yeah, this DePauw back line, though, they're very firm right now. It's looking really tough to get past them. They've really settled into a good pace and a good play where they've kind of figured out what this Wittenberg team wants to do, what their tendencies are, and, they've really shut this Wittenberg team down since giving up that goal early on.
You can see DePauw is well coached on the defensive end for sure. They keep their shape. They're solid, and they keep a core, and everyone shifts together. It's
really well disciplined.
Yes, very well. The center backs also very well in shape together. You can hear them talking the whole time. I mean, you can hear them talking over the fans. I wouldn't be surprised if you can't hear the broadcast right
for
now.
Sure, yeah.
They're very vocal. They're definitely the leaders of this team. And they're playing solid in the first half other than that one, that one header that went in. It's been pretty dormant for the Tigers.
They haven't gotten too many clean looks. That was really the best opportunity we've seen Wittenberg get, and they took advantage of it, but haven't really gotten anything close to that. A couple shots from pretty far away. We've seen a couple balls get inside of the box, but not a really clean pass or clean opportunity.
And a good one-on-one win there by Caperna, and Lindsay goes in for a 50-50, but DePauw will regain possession. Spencer on the press, and DePauw settles down a little bit, and now they're playing around the back.
I do like this pressure, though, from Wittenberg. Last 5 minutes, ramp it up a little bit. See if you can't catch DePauw off guard here and walk away with, a lead. That's, I think, a big thing with the way this first half has gone. If you can walk away in a tie or at least the lead, you're in a very good position.
Mm-hmm. It's a back-and-forth game for sure. And here comes the ball. DePauw in again, and one out by Caperna there. Set the field. Going down the wing, and one there by Green, or Weil again, actually, coming up through the back into the midfield there for a second.
Yeah, Weil's once again playing very strong today, just stepping up and making a lot of big plays for this Wittenberg team on the defensive side. And what we talked, just like we talked about, we needed somebody to step up. You need somebody to step up and kind of fill some of those gaps where, with a couple of injuries, you're missing some key defenders. You need someone to step up, and so far Elizabeth Weil has done a very good job of it.
I mean, if I'm DePauw, I'm scared of her going into the
100%.
attack.
She's looking very strong right now.
She's putting a body on someone every single time they come into the attack here. Has a free kick from the 28-yard line here for DePauw. Kind of a late call, but here comes the free kick in. Flicked on, and Winkle there to clear it. Flicked on there by the goal scorer, number 14 again, Payne Howard.
A sub for the DePauw team, so these substitutes making a big impact on this game so far from both sides.
Seems like Howard's their go-to in the box. She just goes in for every header. She's 1-2 so far in the box. As Odie's on the wing, hold-up play, very well done. gets a touch around, and we'll find Mullis in the middle, and there they go on the attack. It's a 3-on-3. Finds Emma Lindsay. She gets the shot off. The shot, it's a goal. Emma Lindsay. What a finish there to put it in the side netting. A great hold-up play there by Odie. Plays it to Mullis. Gets the space, finds Emma Lindsay in. A nice run cutting in from the wing.
Beautiful all around. Just like we talked about, this DePauw team playing aggressive. There's a lot of gaps down the field. Wittenberg clean, smooth, efficiently found Odie. Odie found Mullis, who had all sorts of space right in that midfield. And Brooke Mullis was able to, get that ball after a really good pass and touch from Ava Odie to control that 50-50 ball, find Mullis in the middle of the field, and she just sends a beautiful ball upfield to Lindsay, and Lindsay makes DePauw pay, and that's a huge goal for this Wittenberg team. What a play to respond after some aggression and what really felt like DePauw was taking back some of that momentum and control of this game.
Just a mood switch again, as Emma Lindsay did get subbed off there after scoring for Sophia Grossman. But great clinical finish there. First shot of the game for her. Emma Lindsay, not known for scoring, played more defensive role the last couple of years. Gets a goal there. Looked pretty clinical to me.
Yeah, it just shows the versatility of this Wittenberg team. They've got a lot of girls who can play in a lot of different spots all around, and they're able to contribute. And I think that's the fun thing about it is, some people have to, absorb some newer roles, newer positions, but they're willing to do what it takes for the team, and it's paying off. They're able to still perform at that high level, and that gives a massive advantage to Wittenberg and a big lead here in the closing minutes of half number 1.
As Wild cleans it up there and goes out for DePauw throw-in. They put the press right back on after giving up a goal. They're trying to tie it before half here. About 2:20 left. As the ball gets through, but guess who's there to clean it up again? It's Wild. Has to be the MVP of the first half for sure.
Yeah, everyone's really the goal scorers are big, but like we've talked about, this DePauw team, they're known for their offense, they're known for this attacking side. They can put up a lot of goals, and they can really make your life very difficult on the defensive side of things. But so far, with missing a key piece in Andy Meeks, we've seen the goalkeepers. We've seen Lily Winkle for the most part this year, but we've seen Katie Wisniewski play a little bit.
Yeah, it was 29. Emma Lindsay scored.
She got subbed out right when she scored. She got subbed out right after. So now Wittenberg off and running once again, doing a good job of turning this pressure over and really doing a good job of just
trying to get another one for a half.
Yeah, flipping the field.
For a half. The second half against Owu, they gave up one, didn't score, but they were up 2-0 at half. It got them the win, so let's see. Just over a minute left in the half. DePauw and Wittenberg both looking to try to get another goal.
Yeah, we've talked about, as that ball is going to be sent up, I like this play. Waste a little bit of time. Don't give DePauw any opportunities. But, that's a massive goal, and it really feel like Wittenberg has a lot of the momentum now and got it right back. But there's still 45 minutes of play left, and it's going to be a very tough back-and-forth battle. So if you're Wittenberg, you got to keep up.
Ball there, and there goes Odie down the line. A great ball there by Spencer. Odie here one-on-one with the defender. Will take it inside and gets her pocket picked. Number 29, Ava Lynch has been solid for DePauw in the first half also.
Really good recovery there on the speedster Odie.
All 4 center backs have been solid this half.
But if you're Katie Robinson, you've got to love that look. You've got to love seeing Ava Odie with about 20 yards of space in front of her and the ball. That's got to be a very good thing to see. So you got to like the opportunity. Maybe not the finish you were looking for, but if you can produce those opportunities, you're going to be I think you're going to see a lot of good things from this Wittenberg team.
That's a great look at the end of the half, really. The goal with 5 minutes left in the half.
Big goal, massive goal, and a big momentum shifter. But that is all for half number 1. Wittenberg striking first. DePauw is able to respond, and then Wittenberg finds a late goal to take a massive 2-1 lead in this huge North Coast Athletic Conference game tonight. Really fun back and forth half, just like we've talked about. Very entertaining, just what we expected. 2 teams battling it out. Seasons on the line, positioning on the line. What did you see from Wittenberg that allowed them to be successful in the first half?
The main thing is rolling with the punches. DePauw came out quick. The first first 8 minutes in the top of their box. 3 shots right away, just kept rolling with the punches, feeling out the game, and they finally settled in. They got that goal by Hill that really switched the momentum. They got scored on back, but they still kept the press up, kept playing it out wide, kept getting those balls in the 50-50. Hold-up play was well done by Ava Odie and Hannah Heald in that first half. And they finally got a breakthrough there by little hold-up play by Odie, plays at the Mullis, and there goes Emma Lindsay with the finish. I mean, they're playing to their game plan, playing to their strengths, hold-up play, playing out wide, and it's working out in the first half. So DePauw also with the press, but they're not getting the quality looks that Wittenberg got there, and
I think that's been the biggest factor. DePauw has been up when very aggressive, controlling a lot of possession, and they've produced a lot of opportunities, but they haven't gotten too much out of the opportunities. Yeah, they have the one goal, but, for how much they've controlled possession and have gotten the opportunity to give themselves good looks, they seem to kind of fall for that easier kick, some of those farther attempts, whatever it may be by Wittenberg, they're looking for that. They're always looking for that best option. They're looking for the best shot. We saw Mulis take one deeper shot, but they're always looking for the best opportunity to put themselves on the scoreboard, and I think that's been the difference. Wittenberg was able to take a 2-1 advantage, but I know we're both very excited for the second half. It's going to be a very fun one, but we're going to let these two coaches talk it out, and we'll be right back in around 13 minutes for half number 2. And we are back, and we are ready to go here for half number 2 here at Edwards Maurer Field for some second half action between the visiting DePauw University Tigers and Wittenberg Tigers. Fun battle between the two Tiger teams to start it off in half number 1. Wittenberg taking a 2-1 advantage in half number 1, but a very back and forth game. On the box score, it really feels like DePauw kind of dominated that game, 12 shots to 6 in Wittenberg, but Wittenberg was able to prevail in their opportunities and come away with the lead. So going to be a very exciting second half. We talked a little bit about right before break what Wittenberg needs to do and what they did well in the first half. What does DePauw need to do to be able to kind of come away with some more opportunities and come away and find a way to tie and potentially win this game?
They got to keep playing with their game plan here. I mean, they were absolutely shredding us down the lines in the first half, which they're keeping the ball, keep playing it quick. They're gonna find more chances here in the second half. Both teams will. I think it'll be pretty close to the first half, but it just depends who finishes the chances late. Both teams coming out though, same lineups as they started. The press is still on. It's still fast paced. I mean, on the kickoff, you saw Mullis going for a long ball right away, try to get Hill with the speed. So it's going to be a fast-paced second half.
It's going to be curious to see who can kind of keep their legs going forward. A lot of this Wittenberg team played the full 45 in that first half, so it'll be really
across in, and Winkle there to clean it up.
That one off Caperna there, but this Wittenberg team, a lot of them played that full 45 minutes in this fast-paced and this up-and-down type of game. We'll see if Wittenberg can carry and keep those legs going forward, or if we get to see some more of those subs that we expected to see here in half number 2, like we saw DePauw do. But the subs for both teams so far have been very solid. We'll see who can kind of keep those fresh legs and who can keep up with this pace going forward.
Yeah, also, you'll see probably more subs here in the second half because you can re-enter in the second half when you get subbed out. So first half, when you got subbed off, you can't go back on, which are NCAA rules. But now it's going to be faster subs on the fly, I would say. Definitely late in the game if Wittenberg's still winning. It's time management, wastes a lot of clock when you get subs off. And, of course, the gamesmanship of walking off the field and taking your time, getting yelled at by the ref. So we'll see how they manage here. Holding a 1-goal lead right now as Odie turns, gets a cross off, and it will go out for a corner.
Yes, so Wittenberg, a little bit of a different start to the second half than what we saw in the first. We saw that first, 3 to 5 minutes of that first half. DePauw was really able to take control, dominate a lot of that possession, really look like they're going to come out of here and just ramp up the aggression and get a lot of looks on the attacking side. So Wittenberg trying to reverse it and be the aggressors to start half number 2.
Mullis here to take the corner. It's whipped in the box and one on the front post. A rebound by Caperna goes in. Goal by Grace Caperna.
What a play there. What a follow-up from Caperna there. And just another one of those plays that it felt like Aubrey Empry just wasn't ready for it. A lot of commotion in front of the net there, a lot of people in front of the net. Grace Caperna just, sees the ball rolling up off that deflection there and was able to just follow up, puts it on target, and Empy I just don't think was ready for it really because, it wasn't like it was kicked very hard. It had a little bit to it, but it wasn't anything spectacular, and it just finds a way to roll into the back of the net.
Also a big part of corners, a lot of people in the box. Vision's not there. She came out from outside the box, came in and got that finish. Second goal 2 games for her for an outside back. Third on a corner, 3 straight games now we scored on corners. Set piece are a big thing here late in the season. As we take a 2-goal lead, DePauw comes right back, and what a save by Winkle.
What a play to get a hand on that one. Really good pace from DePauw there to get it up and get it quick and send a really good ball across the middle. It gets put on target, and Winkle with some really good reaction times there and finds a way to get it in the back of the net. But that's a huge, what's surprising on that goal by Caperna there is those loose balls. What we commended this DePauw team on in that first half is their ability, any loose ball, they were the ones to reach to it. They were the ones getting there first. And, come out in the second half, that loose ball there, it felt like a lot of people should have gotten it to gotten to it before Caperna did, but Caperna, kept with it, kept her head into it, and was able to find the back of the net. She gets rewarded for a goal and a massive 2-goal lead now for Wittenberg.
And DePauw back on the attack. I mean, it's just back and forth, fast pace here early in the first 5 minutes. We expected this, and here comes another shot saved by Winkle.
Yeah, so Winkle, she had 9 saves in the first half, doing a really good job. She's been locked into this game, and, as a freshman, just looking very much, she doesn't look like a freshman. She looks like a seasoned veteran out there in this type of big environment, massive game. She's stepped up to the challenge and done a really good job so far of, handling a lot of this pressure from one of the, or if not the most skilled offensive team in the NCAC in DePauw. I mean, DePauw was able to put 12 shots, get 12 shots in the first half. Lily Winkle was able to save 9 of them, and, so far we've seen her with a couple saves already to start here in the first 5 minutes.
Here comes the attack again as DePauw will send it out for a throw-in. Good there, a little sweeper-keeper action from Aubrey Empey. Coming off her line there to come out. I mean, that's a great ball down the line, though, by Lindgren to really get the attack, just switch it up like that. And a throw-in which has been very dangerous for the Tigers in their attack so far. Got a goal off one earlier. And they keep the ball. Roketta with the win. Out to Odie. Puts a move on the defender and gets by her. Here she comes down the wing. Pass to Heald in the box. Gets a turn. The shot. It goes wide. A good shot there by Heald, though, as the attack is just going and going back and forth early here in the first half.
Yeah, like I already we talked about a little bit of the exact opposite of what we saw in the beginning of that first half. Wittenberg being the aggressors here, really jumping in these passing lanes, really, just flipping the script on DePauw right now and getting a lot of good opportunities. And once again,
here comes Alex Hill. Ball from Roketta, the shot, and just over the bar. And hit there on the left foot. A great ball in there by Roketta. I mean, it's a counter, a loss of possession by DePauw in the middle. It causes another attack, and the shots are flying here early.
Yeah, DePauw looks almost a little bit shell-shocked right now. Like it really feels like they weren't expecting this Wittenberg team to be this aggressive and get this many good opportunities and good looks. And right now, Wittenberg taking advantage once again, jumping in, finding the ball, getting into these passing lanes. A little bit of an errant touch right there, but not giving DePauw much to work with. Goal scorer Caperna, a good ball back to Winkle now. I really like the change of play from Wittenberg. Their ability to kind of go from really aggressive, settle down a little bit, back to aggression right here. Once again, they take it back.
Advantage was played, and they call the foul back now after Odie loses the ball there. But, I mean, it's just quick. They're on the attack. It's just transition. DePauw's very careless with the ball here in the first 8 minutes now. I mean, they're just giving it back to the Tigers. They need to keep the ball and really get back to their game, it seems like. But Wittenberg doing very well, being aggressive, winning the 50-50s, going in with the press. And here comes the ball in. Paige Kaiser getting there. Gets taken down. No foul given. As here comes DePauw on the counter.
A good numbers advantage for DePauw now as Wittenberg scrambling to get back, but they're doing a good job keeping it in front. Now here comes Weil. Once again, this Wittenberg team doing a much better job in kind of these scramble situations to settle in and be in the right spots. But, what a move. That ball is going to be sent in, but Winkle's there once again. Number Winkle. 8, Annalise Grammel there, showing off some of that dribbling ability, and once again, but taking, falling on the backs of those far shots. They're not looking to get that next pass in, that next touch, get that better look like Wittenberg has, and they haven't been able to get much out of it so far.
Wittenberg's looking more of the cross to get in, and it seems like DePauw's looking more of the shot from the outside of the box.
A lot of isolation play, too. Just, one person, they get the ball, they're trying to make a move, and if they get any sort of space, they're sending it on target.
You can also see, every single time Wittenberg gets into the offensive third, everyone's crashing into the box. 3 to 4 attackers in the box. DePauw seems like only 1 or 2 getting in there. It seems like not really their game plan, more of an outside shot kind of team. But Winkle has been solid all night. Here comes a throw-in. And it's out of bounds again for another one. Heald with great hold-up play there again. Try to get the turn on. throw in here to Odie. Another hold up, and it goes out for another Wittenberg throw in.
All right, so we saw this one time before, and it led into a Wittenberg goal. We'll see if third time's the charm here this time around.
They throw it to Odie. 50-50. DePauw still has the ball in the corner here, and they send it out for a fourth throw in. Maybe the fourth time's the charm on this one.
You know, and if you're Wittenberg, you're happy to sit here and do this for as long as they want. Keep wasting time away. You know, they've got a comfortable 2-goal advantage now. But when again, you know, you want to stay in this comfortable 2-goal advantage for as long as possible. 35 minutes remaining.
And a fifth throw in as Lindgren still trying to look for Odie and Heald as DePauw finally gets it up the field. As Bloom was on her back, can't stop the attack here as a back heel. Little crafty pass there.
Seen a lot of that from both teams so far tonight.
And here they come. Down the line, pass it back to number 8. And here's the cross. And it's cleared out there by Caperna. Roqueta with pressure on loses possession. And Germel again, she's just in the middle of everything in this early in the half here. Both sides, she just came over from the left there. As the goal scorer, Howard making the ball there. She stayed in the game after the first half. She's been pretty solid in like the 6th role there. As another win there by Blum as it will go out wide. And Odie will get the ball, and they reset.
Yeah, but what a defensive possession right there from the Tigers. You know, we talked about DePauw not looking to get any passes in. Well, they looked there, and there was nothing to be found. Wittenberg doing a good job of stepping up into those lanes like they've been doing all in the second half and just really not giving any windows of opportunity here on the attacking side for any crosses or any sort of passes inside of the box. And DePauw just really struggling to find anything now on the attacking side. They're able to, get some possession, but no clean opportunities to come from it.
Also, one thing I've noticed in this half, Wittenberg's really been attacking the right side. They were in the first half, too. That's where both goals came from. But it seems like they found a hole in the defense there. Maybe the midfield, as you can see, DePauw is staying more up now. They have 4 people set up, but there's a big hole there. Now here comes Hill on the attack. She'll play the ball across to Kaiser. As Kaiser will hold it up, find Odie inside the box, and a good defensive stand there.
And, it's a good point you bring up about them attacking that far right side and even the right side in the first half. I think, on the opposite side, we talked about Sadie Gibson in the first half on that far side doing a really good job on Alex Hill. But this time, it's Peyton Howard, the sub, who's been playing very well as well. So maybe Wittenberg kind of opting against those 2 players who have looked very strong.
And just wide as they give a goal kick there, but Paige Kaiser got ahead on it. Another opportunity just like that, crossing the box. But yeah, it seems like they're staying away from that left side Payne Howard here early in the half has really shut down Alex Hill. But maybe Alex is taking away all the attention. It's given an opportunity for Ava to make as she makes another turnover, cause another one. Advantage given as they will let him play on, and it will be a Wittenberg throw. Hannah Heald and Ava Odie just absolutely causing things to happen here in the first half. Or second half.
That's the best. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. They're just making plays happen. They're just giving themselves opportunities for things to happen. And it's just putting Wittenberg in a good spot to succeed, and that's what they've done all tonight. And Wittenberg's done a good job of doing just that. 3-1 here with a little bit over 14 minutes played here in half number 2.
They get the ball again. There gets a cross in, and to no avail as Paige Kaiser couldn't get there. But there goes Roqueta again, winning in the midfield. And DePauw will win it back, play it out wide. We'll reset, maybe go on the attack here. As a nice 50-50 won by Liz Weil. I almost called her sister's name there. If you didn't know, the Weil family does run through the Wittenberg soccer team. as her older sister graduated 2 years ago.
Hey, we love to keep the Tigers in the family, so we're very happy, especially with the way Elizabeth Wiles played here tonight.
As subs are about to come in for DePauw, maybe switch it up here as another throw-in won by the Tigers. Wittenberg really deep in DePauw's half for the last 10 minutes after that goal, as they're just keep winning throwing after throwing after throwing and getting crossing and getting in the box. As good hold-up play there, possession lost there by Heald. And DePauw gets out on the counter here. Jayla Logan gets chased down there by Brooke Mullis to stop the counter, and they call a foul on Logan, as it will be a great recovery run there by Brooke Mullis to really shut down that counter attack.
Really good recovery indeed, and just a good job. Anytime DePauw seems to have a sliver of light on the attacking side, this Wittenberg team has been able to shut the door on any of those occasions, and just a really good job here in the first 15 minutes of half number 2.
And all the midfielders playing like true midfielders, getting back and getting the press on right away, trying to slow down that attack. The wides are open, but they're not getting time to play it, as Roquetta wins another ball.
Yeah, Wittenberg just controlling the middle of the field right now.
And here comes Hill. Will finally get around. And then the move was on, and it will go out for a goal kick, though. Just didn't get enough on the little crossover there. Maybe looking for the Meg, but...
So here's the substitutes we expected from Wittenberg. We're going to get, I think, four in here.
Looks like...
Heald, Kaiser, Roquetta.
Everyone who played in the first half.
And Alex Hill going to come out here. It's going to be Lindsay, Spencer, Ashley Green, and
Abby Spar coming in.
Abby Spar. So, yep, those same 4 we saw in half number 1 making an earlier appearance here in half number 2. And I really do like this move here. After the first 15 minutes, they're able to
and here comes DePauw to the midfield. A nice ball there to, who. She's making things happen again here. Kind of pushed up a little more as a sub came in for DePauw, maybe an outside back role, or they could have switched up their formation. She seems like playing more in the midfield now. They might be going for it. I mean, 2 goals down with 28 to go, and another long shot as Winkle there to clean it up. Not a lot on it. It looked like there's better options.
More of a desperation shot right there. Just struggling to find anyone to get to. Just kind of look like just turn and hope something can happen. And if you put it on target, and most of the time, that's a good way to put it. Send a shot on target, good things will happen. But in this type of situation where you've struggled, that you've got to try to find a better look than that, and you've got to try to just open up the door to better opportunities rather than just kind of not bail out Wittenberg, but just reward Wittenberg and make it a lot easier. And
Spencer wins it here to top the box, and then there goes MP to clear it up. But maybe it could have been a thing off the bench, as it was Herdos that took the shot there. Maybe they're trying to telling them coming off the bench, coach's orders, got to get shots off.
Yeah. And that very well could be.
But it's got to be smart shots, though. And
so Weil now on the middle of the field to Ashley Green. And now Wittenberg, a couple quick passes.
It's been that long ball, that 30-yard ball into the attacking third, that's really been killing DePauw. It catches their midfielders off, and they're making the runs off of it. As DePauw wins the ball back here, Green closing in on it, and Blum will win the ball and send it upfield.
So Grammel once again doing a good job on the far side for this DePauw team. Hustling up and down that far sideline, making plays. But once again, this Wittenberg defense just not allowing anything to happen once DePauw is able to get there. Just doing such a good job.
They can't get in the box. They're not letting them get in the box. It's not possible. That's why also could be those long shots. I mean, the defense has looked solid so far here, and almost 20 minutes into the half. As another turn, and Rachel Spencer was in a little too much on it, as MP will pick it up, and she's looking to get the ball up the field right away with a punt here. A little back trap, gets through, and Emma Lindsay goes in for the 50-50 and wins it. DePauw will regain possession, though, as Farr will kick it out for a throw-in.
You know, I do like that play. Let your defense get back, settle in a little bit, and just really prepare for this DePauw attack. And once again, just doing a good job.
It's going to start coming in waves. They're really throwing them all up, throwing up the numbers here to try to get maybe one goal before the 20-minute mark would be ideal for them. And then they could work for 20 minutes to maybe get a tie, or if they want to go for the win, I mean, they have the opportunity to do it. But they need to get that first goal. As Wild coming back, she will shield off the ball as it will be a goal kick.
So just crossed it over the line, but a really good job there from Wild last second to just throw her body in front of the attacker there and just shield her off and reward this Wittenberg team with a goal kick. And now a sub, wastes a little bit more time off the clock. You know, this Wittenberg team in absolutely no rush whatsoever. 2-goal lead. 25 minutes remaining. Take your time.
And coming in for DePauw is number 18, Sophia Patre.
Some dangerous play there, but Winkle's able to get it away.
Cool, calm, collected. And 1-2 opportunity. Sent out by Mullis, and there goes Spencer down the wing. As the attack is on, you can see the Wittenberg runners flying in. A 4v4 here. Across in as Emma Lindsay will get there, and great chance there to clear it out by DePauw, and it will go out for a goal kick. A great cross there by Spencer, but create again a through ball there by Mullis, getting it going.
Yeah, another really good look, and it doesn't feel like it feels like the roles are reversed. It feels like Wittenberg's a team down 2 right now. They're trying to be aggressive and get this goal. DePauw just kind of complacent, a little bit passive, not able to get anything going, just kind of playing more of a passive role. But if they need to get something going here.
Also, you'll see probably more counterattacks here from the Tigers. I mean, DePauw only has 3 back now.
Yeah,
they're sending 5 in the midfield, 2 up top. They're really pushing to get this goal, and they need it. I mean, it's coming down. A loss here would drop them out of top 4. So it's like it's coming down to the thick of the NCAC season. You need to push for those goals. It's conference time. As here comes some more subs coming in. 2 of them for DePauw as they'll trade out the center back. And number 6, Sadie Gibson back in.
Yeah, that's a big piece back
12,
in. Haven't really seen too much of her since the first 25 minutes of the game.
It could have been trying to keep her legs fresh for late in the game now, as she was making runs early, but now they're dropping into a 3-back. I don't know if she'll be going up as much, but still, maybe it's to match the speed of coming through the middle of Spencer and Mullis and Lindsay coming down the side now.
They only played 22 minutes in that first half, so now subbed in for the final 23. Wittenberg now, the free kick at the 50-yard line. It'll be Caperna to send it.
Sends it up and flicked down there by Green. A good clearance by DePauw. 50-50 ball will be sent down the wing here. As Callisto gets the ball back here down the wing at the 30. We'll try to do a turn, shielding off, and we'll get the foul there as Abby Farr rolls over the back for her. It looks like Castillo down again.
Yeah, Callisto, a very big piece to this DePauw team. She had 5 shots on target there in the first half. Looks like her holding her hand.
I think it's her wrist. It looks like she fell on it awkwardly there. As she'll come off, and our great trainer Molly going out to make sure everything's all right. Looks to be in a lot of pain. As the ref is signaling they need a sub. And doesn't really look like DePauw's paying attention, but
it doesn't look like they have anybody.
10 players on the field right now.
So now it looks like somebody's going to get the warm-ups off. Molly is going to tend to Callisto, still clutching that wrist, hand area. Just going to take a seat on the close side bench, but never want to see any injuries, especially just someone as talented as Callisto, who's looked very strong in this game for this DePauw Tiger team. It's going to be a big, big loss if she's not able to re-enter into this game, trailing by 2. But so DePauw will put this one back in play.
Ball in the box, won by Spencer. And DePauw will play it out wide again. Loads of space here as Odie is chasing her down. Gets body off the ball. Across and into the box. A good touch of shot. And it's saved. Off the line there. As Annabelle Blum.
Yeah, what a play there. She just threw her knee, thigh out there and was able to get a piece of it.
If she doesn't get anything on that, that's going in the side netting there. As that was number 13 who took that shot, Ellie Mahan. So, I mean, great save there. Defensive stand keeps going.
Yeah, huge save and a huge.
21 minutes ago, 2-goal lead as Mullis comes off for Roquetta. Thrown here for Wittenberg as Odie will try to flick it on over the defender. A bad touch there by DePauw, and Odie going to win it again.
So a lot of subs on the field for either team. It's going to be a battle to finish this game.
And
Whose subs can make...
Beats the midfield line here as they're on the attack again. DePauw's really starting to get into Wittenberg's half, but the defense is so strong as Gibson will come back and track it. She'll play the center back as Spencer almost intercepts, but Gibson gets the ball back. And it goes out of bounds for a Wittenberg throw-in. DePauw just doesn't look comfortable on the ball here as Wittenberg keeps pressing. Even up 2 goals, they keep the press up. Spencer with the touch will lose it. As DePauw screaming for the ball, they switch it. As there goes the ball down the line. One-on-one here. The cross is in, and it goes just long. A little too much on it there as Gibson gets down the line and get there. Ball is back in. They're still playing at the top of the box here. As another floater cross coming in, it's in the box, and Weil will clean it up and send it out.
Good job there from Rachel Spencer to get a piece of that one and just set it downfield and make DePauw kind of have to reset once again.
You can see also in the stands here, Wittenberg's playing very deep. Everyone's behind the ball. They're getting at least 10 behind the ball, leaving Spencer up there kind of for a counterattack, it seems like. As the press is back on again. See, they play that drop ball and they're reading it. And Green and Lindsay really flying in there, try to get there. As Odie and Spencer coming off as
Hill and Healed, it looks like. So, that's exactly what it was. Rotate, get Healed and Alex Hill out of there, leave Odie and Spencer in, and then bring Healed and Hill back in. But for those two, so some fresh legs and bringing those 2 players back into the game is going to be huge going down the stretch for this Wittenberg team.
It goes out for another Wittenberg throw in here. There's a little bit of kickball there, but looks like DePauw's getting ready to make a sub. Looks like Ellie Lewis about to come in, but going up the field again, another throw-in deep in DePauw's side of the half.
We're very familiar with that. So you've seen this a lot. So Caperna looking to get it in to Healed again as a leader into the middle of the field.
Healed gets the turn on her, beats the defender, and a touch a little too heavy, goes out for a goal kick. I mean, the throw-in's working. It's just one too many touches and not enough runs in behind, but it seems like now Wittenberg's really playing a little more defensive here. They're just playing for the counter. They're up 2 goals late in the second half here. Yeah,
there's no point, and I don't think they realize there's no point in overextending to the point where you can get yourself hurt. Play aggressive, but it's almost like a controlled type of aggression where you're getting up and you're getting in the face, but you're making sure you're in a good enough position to where if something happens, DePauw gets a chance to counter. You have a couple of players who are able to get back and get in rotation and so far they've done a really good job of it, and DePauw hasn't been able to get anything out of it so far.
It's just been a controlled press that's really just trying to get the pressure, and it shows like DePauw has been losing possession a lot on unforced errors that it's like one step and they try to play quick and they kick it out of bounds. They try to go for the counter there. Green couldn't find Lindsay, but here comes the press again. See what happens. And look at that. Wittenberg wins the throw. And on the deflection. Oh, and they said it was a deflection to DePauw throw, actually. Don't know about that one, but I mean, the ref's right. So Emma Lindsay sends it out for another DePauw throw. As you can see, 10 players behind the ball here, inside their own 40. I mean, the whole team's on a defensive mind shape right now. As there goes Caperna sending up. As Heald was on the press. And a softball intercepted by Green. Again, gets the ball, and now they keep it. And Caperna sends up the field as Heald gets a touch on it. Lindsay not making the run, and Gibson will win it. Another 50-50 won by Green, but will go out for a DePauw throw, and they can't get in Wittenberg's half. They're just press is on. The press is on, and they're just too slow with the ball right now, it seems like.
Yeah, and I really like what Wittenberg's doing, too. Off of some of these passes, they're not really controlling it. They're more just setting it downfield and just keeping the ball away from their half rather than, when they're picking up some possession, they're not controlling it and giving any chance for this DePauw defense, who did a good job of jumping into a lot of these passing lanes early on in the first half and making life uncomfortable for the ball handler. As soon as they would get the ball, they're right on them. They're getting quick touches, keeping it downfield, just keeping it away from their goal as long as they can.
There comes Hill coming down the wing, double team. Seeing to use her pace, and she does. Here she comes into the box. A good cutback, though, as she cuts on her again. A good cross, as he'll get there, and it is won by DePauw. But right back out to Lindgreen. As Courtney Lindgreen going for a 50-50, and they call a reckless tackle there on Lindgreen. Studs were shown. It's a good call.
Yeah, came in there a little out of control, a little bit of a unique movement in the air there, but so it negates the whistle.
It was on us because some studs were showing. She put her studs up to the ball.
So just under 15 minutes remaining. Wittenberg still with the 2-goal advantage here. And half number 2, DePauw needs to find something on the attacking side if they want any chance in this game. And really, they just got to start with trying to find a way to control a little bit of possession and not giving it away super quickly.
You can tell also, DePauw doesn't look comfortable losing right now. Doesn't seem like all the wins they've had this year, they haven't really been trailing in most of them. So
yeah. The only 2 losses on the season, 4 draws, 8 victories. This is a spot they're not used to being in, especially down 2 this late into the game. And especially with the way they kind of played in that first half, they probably felt like they shouldn't have really been in this position. But now here in half number 2, it's been a complete flip of script. Wittenberg's look like the better team from start to finish here in the second half, and they're getting rewarded for it.
And another cross here as Winkle will get there, keeping it in, wasting more time.
So Ava Odie now standing once, getting ready to come back in, got her a little break. And, I think that's been a big thing, too. These subs in the second half for Wittenberg has kept their legs fresh. DePauw maybe looking a little bit gassed here, a little bit tired. They've had to run a lot. It's been a very up and down game. And especially with these outside players, Odie and Hill have just been... It's been tough to keep up with them up here in the booth, so I couldn't imagine trying to keep up with them on the field.
And 16... Sarah Jacoby coming back in. She started the game and started the second half also, but coming back in for number 13, Ellie Mahan, who was making a little bit of noise on the wing, but DePauw just really can't get anything going here on offense. It seems like that as Alex Hill somehow breaks out of that tackle. And here she comes. Beats her. Here comes the cross. And swallowed up there by Empey. I mean, it's a great run. Alex Hill finally making... Seems like she was a little bit quiet there early in the game, but now she's really starting to be the difference on that wing.
Yeah, getting a little bit of space, and she's taking advantage of it. She didn't get much of any space really at all in the first half, and the beginning of the second half, but now that she's getting some space, she's really showcasing the pace and speed on that far side, and just nobody from DePauw is able to keep up with her right now.
And DePauw has numbers coming into the attack. A shot from real deep blocked. As here comes Heald with the hold-up. We'll drop it back to Green. Odie is onside, and here she comes at the 20. Here she comes. She comes inside. Does a nice move, and a good job there by MP to clean it up. I mean, maybe the ball, not enough pace on the ball there, slowed down Odie a little bit, but looks like another golden opportunity to really put this game away.
Yeah, after that first touch, it really looked like she lost her footing and lost kind of that momentum going forward. So it kind of stopped her a little bit and wasn't able to get it back going there. But once again, another good look. And we talked about in the first half, if you see Ava Odie with that much space in the ball, you've got to like your chances. And got another opportunity there, just wasn't able to capitalize on it. But it's been huge. Wittenberg's has been able to waste so much time in the last 10-15 minutes just from keeping the ball downfield, keeping those outside players. Odie and Hill especially have just been able to make some runs on the sidelines and waste a lot of time and not let DePauw get any chances on the attacking side.
Big subs coming in here. 4 subs for DePauw. 2 just came in, 2 more going as Hannah Heald earns a foul there. I mean, Heald's just been a nuisance up top, holding the ball, really forcing their defense to kind of implode, leaving that space out wide. Because if she beats the girl one-on-one, she's in on goal, so they have to come in and drop in.
And I think she's just such a good complement to Hill and Odie. She's got some pace and speed, and she's got a lot of skill. But like you talked about, her ability to kind of receive some of these tough passes, even with the amount of contact she's been able to handle and to control the ball and just slow it down a little bit. She catches, she composes herself, makes good passes. And for this DePauw team who wants to just go, and really wanted to do that from the get-go, I think she's really been able to frustrate this back line. And it really feels like they can't get into the pace and rhythm they want to because Hannah Heald's able to control the game. So, just such a good job of controlling the game on the middle of the field.
And there she goes again. Plays it to Mackenzie Hessick, who just subbed in. As we're getting into under 10 minutes now. Up by 2 goals as Heald holds up. Roquetta does a good move, gets by her. Plays Hill out wide. Here comes one-on-one. Does a little step over, another move. Cuts back inside, the left-footed shot. Oh, just high and wide. Good move there, though, to create a little bit of space. A little hezzy step after the crossover.
Yeah, this Wittenberg team, too, one thing I've noticed, they've got some really strong left feet, I should say, excuse me, but they've been able to find and showcase some of that power and accuracy just a couple of inches and feet off so far. So it'll be now midfield. DePauw needs to find something here. It's starting to get into that desperation territory. They're going to need a miracle to find a way back into this game. 9 minutes remaining now. So it'll be Sadie Gibson who throws it in. Back to Gibson.
And Odie. Weil with the header. Up to Odie. Turned there by Heald as Alex Hill's on the go. And the ball's a little too strong. MP has been playing strong all game. I mean, some of the goals that she's given up were just unfortunate deflections somewhere.
And just really good team play by Wittenberg, too. Yeah. I think we've talked about it a lot. They've been using each other so much to their benefit rather than DePauw playing a little bit more of that solo game. And right now that team play has been the reason why Wittenberg is now leading 3-1 in this must-win North Coast Athletic Conference game for both teams.
Also, Paige Kaiser checked back in for Heald as they drop her back in the midfield and make it a 2-striker, maybe drop it in another person and match DePauw, who's still in that 3-back, but they've been kind of outnumbering them on the attack, like 9-8 it seemed like. And there's a foul. Good hold-up play there by Hill to cause the foul. As they're taking their time to get up the field here. 7 minutes left in this one, and I mean, it's just been pure dominance here in the second half.
The Wittenberg just night and day. First half they were still able to come away with a victory, but somehow here in half number 2 they were able to step it up, and they look like the 8-win team. They look like the team that's leading this conference, this competitive conference, and just done such a good job here responding to the challenge.
I mean, it seems like after this game they will be in the top 4, and they're going to be trying to win a regular season NCAC title. They're going to be in a great spot. 2 wins, 1 loss, and a tie if everything holds up still. Plenty of time left, still 7 minutes. But as another sub for DePauw comes in, 13 re-enters. That is Ellie Mahan. She had a quick break. And Abby Sfar winning the ball again. Good hold-up play. Down line to Hill. Can't get a touch on it. So throw-in for DePauw. They're really running out of time here, but it seems so nonchalant. They're really just like they're not seeming like they're pushing for it.
Yeah, it still feels like Wittenberg's the one fighting to get back into this game right now. They're the ones flying around, flying to balls. DePauw is just kind of responding to plays rather than being that initiator.
Seems like that third goal really kind of just ended the fight early, it seems like. But now DePauw looks like got a little more energy coming up. 6 minutes left, and they foul called there on Annabelle Blum. Right outside the box here. Pretty much similar to a corner. Could get a shot off with it, though.
Yeah, the first real good opportunity we've seen DePauw get in, what feels like a very long time.
About 5 minutes left in the half here, as they have just one player back and treating it like a corner. Everyone on Wittenberg's in the box. Here comes the cross, and it is a goal there for the Tigers on the free kick. Winkle couldn't get a touch on it.
Believe it was number 15, it looks like, or maybe 25. What was that, 25? Oh, I was about to ask you guys the same thing.
The 15.
Oh, what's up?
Well, a goal on the free kick there for DePauw makes it interesting.
Yeah, 13
15.
for us. That's who we're trying to figure out who's.
And the goal by number 15,
5, I think.
Liv Eliers. It's a nice free kick, put in the top corner, but just like this.
So a little bit of life now on this DePauw side. The fans get into it, and
Macy happy with the goal.
Yeah,
number 19. So 3-2 here, 5 minutes to go. Like I was saying, anything can happen. And a corner one here by DePauw. This game could be spun around real quick. A little bit of commentator's curse.
We were talking about it, and it was just right off the outstretched arms of Winkle there. So now we're going to see Macy happy once again. Corner opportunity, sends that one a little short. Oh, good
cleared
play
out by
there.
Roketa, as Hill will get there. And she kicks up the field. Will she get by Gibson? It's the leg race. There goes Hill down the line. And she'll take it to the corner. Wasting some clock here. Gets it to the corner, and they're going to hold it. And it's out on Hill. Oh, no, they will give it to DePauw.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it went off the left foot of Hill there, but
ref not in the right position.
With the favorable call there, but we talked about this battle in the first half between Sadie Gibson and Alex Hill. This time Alex Hill coming up in a big moment there, showcasing the speed.
And there goes Odie. Will clear it out for a throw-in instead of a goal kick.
So just under 4 minutes remaining here. DePauw adding a whole new dynamic to this game, scoring a late goal, making it a one-goal game. Now just trying to force it into a tie scenario. Gonna have to get out of that far side corner first. Wittenberg's happy to play this back and forth throw-in game all the way down the field. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining now.
And a great tackle there by Odie, as they're keeping him in the corner right now as the clock is ticking. Getting down to 3 minutes to go. And another win there, Alex Hill. Looks like she took that one off the nose, but
have to make those plays if you want to be able to battle in October. And here we go, just inching their way downfield. We'll see if they're able to find anything. Once again, that's a big throw-in.
50-50 ball there. Caperna wins it, comes out up top. 2 balls on the field here as play is still going. As they're up the field and sent out there by Svar. Weil looks like she wanted it, but...
Yeah, Wittenberg scrambling a little bit right now, and that's the last thing you want to do in this scenario. Just don't scramble, don't panic. Just trust what you've been doing. You've played some really solid defense here in half number 2. Just stick to it and play just smart. Weil, once again, coming up big, just going to send that one away. Let their defense get set up. Let them catch their breaths. Settle down. 2.5 minutes remaining now.
Good throw there. Flicked on. Just outside the box still, going towards the corner. And across, it will go out for a corner. 2 minutes left here. Another corner, another set piece. Just scored on one.
So once again, it'll be number 19, Macy Hoppy. To send it in. Here's the corner. It's a good one. Floating right over the net. Oh!
It goes wide, and they will call the foul. They will call the foul as it seemed like someone was holding Winkle down as she couldn't jump for that ball.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit unique there. She kind of, from our point of view, she just sat there and just kind of watched it go over. And, you don't want to see your goalkeeper do that in this type of scenario. But so it'll be Roquetta to take it. Keep Winkle in net.
That's a good goal kick. Gets about up to the 40, and the second ball is won. So DePauw has the ball in their half, and Alex Hill almost gets the key turnover there. She would have been in on goal, and a foul there. Foul on number 29, Ava Lynch.
Yeah, huge play, minute remaining. Alex Hill has been such a key piece down the stretch here, making plays with her legs, doing a good job of keeping possession there, drawing the whistle. Now with a minute remaining, able to drain off some of this clock because of it. So Roquetta will send it in. Odie's there.
Gets a touch, and it goes out for a Wittenberg throw-in here.
This Wittenberg team really good with clock management right now. Really doing a really good job of draining as much clock off as possible. Keeping the ball in those situations where it drains a lot of clock off. A lot of throw-ins.
30 seconds to go here, and we're in corner territory.
This is getting to be... It's looking more and more like it's going to be a Wittenberg victory. 25 seconds now. They're going to have to hurry.
They're playing quick with a quick pass in as here they come setting up the field. 17, 15 seconds to go here as they send it back. A long ball here to no avail. Out for Wittenberg throwing, and it looks like the Wittenberg Tigers are going to come out here with 3 points.
What a game. What a huge victory for this Wittenberg Tigers squad. And what a game for them. They deserve this. They battled their butts off all night. They proved they belong in this top of the NCAC territory. Just what a game from start to finish from both these teams. First of all, just a classic North Coast Athletic Conference matchup here. Just entertaining back and forth, physical, competitive. You had it all. Checked all the boxes tonight. What a game. What were some of your final thoughts here after this one?
It was just the second half.
Mm.
Until the last 5 minutes there, Wittenberg just dominated the whole second half. DePauw was a little late with the goal. They needed probably 15 minutes before that. They probably would have got another, but hey, 3 points is 3 points, and that's 2 in a row now for the Tigers. As their next games this weekend, maybe they go for 3 in a row. They could be atop the conference after this. Only 1 loss to Worcester, so just all-around good win, defensively strong. Annabelle Blom and Weil back there just very strong with Winkle saving everything. Unlucky on the free kick. It was a nice taken free kick in the second half, but they were solid. So overall, I think it's a big win. And I mean, look at that winning streak, 2 in a row.
Huge for this Wittenberg team. Off to they're closing out the season very strong, looking to can hopefully earn a berth in some postseason play. But overall, a huge victory over the DePauw Tigers here. The Tiger Cup, Wittenberg able to prevail over DePauw, so a big win there for any Wittenberg fan all around. You love being the victorious Tiger, but just what a game from top to bottom. We got to see it all. Some really solid defense, really solid attacking, really just overall just a huge game and a huge win for this Wittenberg team. So Wittenberg able to take control here early in the second half and was able to just coast into a 3-2 victory, a massive victory for them, and just a big win and momentum booster going forward. But that'll be all here on the Tiger Sports Network. We thank you all for tuning in to tonight's game. Another big one here tomorrow night, men's soccer with a big game against Kenyon. We hope to see you all here tomorrow on the Tiger Sports Network. Good night.